What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So, just a little while for the election, I think this happened a few days ago, both these stories that I'm going to bring you guys in the broadcast room. Apparently, we have some individuals out here in Oregon and Washington State trying to set fire to ballot boxes. And also, we have a Asian student, a Chinese student that's a non-citizen. Actually, he actually placed a ballot. He actually voted. Hold on, this is crazy. This is crazy. So we're gonna dive off into this. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Police in Oregon have released new photos of a suspect's vehicle in connection with a fire at a ballot box in southern Portland. Authorities say 3 ballots were damaged in Portland, while hundreds were damaged in a separate but connected fire on a ballot box nearby in Washington state. Police believe both cases are linked to a third Washington incident from earlier this month.
We don't know the motive behind these acts. It sounds like a series of 3 at this point. But we do know that acts like this are targeted and they're intentional.
The investigation comes as federal officials raise new concerns about political violence as millions of Americans head to the polls to vote early. CBS News Homeland Security and Justice reporter Nicole Skenga is covering the latest.
The Department of Homeland Security is warning that threat actors are likely to leverage claims of election fraud to drive violence before and after Election Day, and that a contested or close election is likely to heighten the U.S. threat environment. The bulletin published today by DHS's Office of Intelligence and Analysis and obtained by CBS News assesses that individuals are using online forums used by domestic violent extremists to post threats of violence toward election officials or infrastructure. The bulletin reads in part that many of these online posts are promoting historical narratives about election fraud linked to the use of mail-in ballots or electronic voting machines. And investigators assess that some individuals motivated by that narrative have stated their intent online to intimidate voters or election staff through surveillance of election infrastructure or personnel, including by armed individuals. Now, investigators here also finding some individuals online are now calling for the sabotage of ballot drop boxes, circulating methods on forums typically used by these domestic violent extremists. This after the FBI announced.
Damn, yo. Do you see the box smoking out there? Damn, this is crazy. Okay, wow, this is wild out here. Listen, look, and you mean to tell me that don't nobody want this election to get fucked up? It's already been messed up. It's already messed up out here. The last election got messed up. Everything, man, listen, look, people are going out of their way to intentionally try to rig every damn thing. This is crazy right here. Who has time for this crap? Sick people do. This is ridiculous right here.
Today that they're investigating fires that were deliberately set this morning in drop boxes, ballot drop boxes in Washington state and Oregon. And just last week, Phoenix police arrested a 35-year-old man for allegedly setting fire to a mailbox there, damaging 5 ballots. But the Maricopa County recorder tells CBS News those voters were contacted, and some good news, their votes will be counted.
Well, that's also good news right there. That's damn good news. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Man, these people out here are losing their minds over this election right here. And it's not getting any better. All right. So we're about to dive off into this situation. So this is the situation right here about the Asian student that was over here on a visa. He's not a citizen of the United States. He's not a citizen. So he had no right to vote. He had no legal right to vote. He shouldn't have been even thinking about voting in the first damn place. Let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Violation and felony charges against a University of Michigan student. Thank you so much for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 11. I'm Mike Duffy. The student registered and cast a ballot at an early voting site, even though he is not a U.S. citizen. Other students on campus are speaking out tonight, some not so surprised to hear about it. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast is in Ann Arbor with how this could happen and why the vote will still count.
Well, hold on. What? How the hell is the vote going to still count? Man, see, Lord, we got people out here that are not even legal citizens trying to vote. Then on top of that, they're burning ballot boxes, things like that. Thank God they was able to save thank God everything didn't just get burnt to smithereens, and they're able to contact people and get their votes back in. This is wild out here. This is wild.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Man, this is wild.
One of the 6 early voting locations in the city of Ann Arbor is here on the campus of the University of Michigan at the Museum of Art. And it was here that a non-citizen student from China was not only able to register to vote, but also cast a ballot in this upcoming election. It's hard to walk around a college campus and not realize it's election season. And at the University of Michigan, early voting is already underway.
Everybody here, they shove in your face like, oh, are you voting? Are you voting? Vote early. Like, everybody needs to vote. And like, they don't even ask if you're American. And we have a lot of international students.
The Michigan Junior Math.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So he in Michigan with a Texas shirt on. Shout out to him. He representing where he from, for real though. That's no bull. Seriously. But yeah, though. What he's saying, they're not even asking you if you're an actual American citizen. And yes, on these college campuses, they do have individuals that are foreign exchange students, stuff like that, that are not actually American citizens. And yes, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. And we know about these college campuses and things like that. They're promoting these agendas and everything like that on these college campuses to our young people and stuff like that without actually any type of counteraction to them. It's just straight this and that and pounding them. And man, this is sad. This is sad. How are you not going to ask if these individuals are even American citizens? Come on now.
Max Friedman was not happy to learn a fellow student from China who is not a U.S. citizen was able to not only register to vote, but also cast a ballot on campus.
So I'm not surprised that it happened, but I'm surprised that like it actually counted and they actually got credit for voting.
According to the Secretary of State's office, the 19-year-old student went to the campus early voting site Sunday, registered to vote using his UMID card, showed documents proving residency in Ann Arbor, and signed a document identifying as a U.S. citizen. Since the ballot was filled out and put into the tabulator, there's no way to take it back, and it will count this election.
I was ready. Hold on here. How is there no way to take it back? Listen, look. If y'all could find if you could find shit on the internet or research or gather information on, how can you not take this back? Now, of course, I'm not sure about how the election boxes work, the machines and all this type of stuff. At the end of the day, if you know, get down in the comments, let me know. But I just don't understand how they can't get in there and take that back and delete. This individual had to put their name on there. They had to give an ID. They had to give a specific ID that they had in order to vote. I mean, am I right? If not, let me know. How can they not get into the system and delete that vote with the name of the person that actually voted?
Very surprised. I didn't expect it to be possible because when I voted, it required a lot of proof.
freshman Benjamin Zhang spent a decade in China, but was born in the U.S. However, he has friends who aren't citizens, like Xing Shenli, also from China, who said he's not surprised a student who voted is facing a felony charge.
I kind of expect that because I know how voting is the right as a citizen, and it's a big deal. So any foreigner don't want to mess with it.
The issue was discovered after the student contacted the Ann Arbor clerk's office and asked to get the ballot back. The clerk then reported it to police.
This is the one time.
Okay, so the Asian student asked to get the ballot back, and then it set off alarms. Okay, so it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Listen, look, I'm glad this individual has been captured because yes, this is a serious situation here. Who knows who he's working for?
So what the French toast is there to think
Allegedly.
about?
Allegedly. Allegedly now. I'm just saying allegedly.
Time it was documented, how many other times is this happening that we don't really know about?
In a statement, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson said, quote, non-citizen voting is an extremely isolated and rare event. Investigations in multiple states and nationwide have found no evidence of large numbers of non-citizens registering to vote. Even less common is a non-citizen actually casting a ballot. When it does happen, we take it extremely seriously.
Okay, so my question is, how do you know when it's happening? Then on top of this, when it does happen, it's no way for you possibly to know. Because listen, look, what they just said right now. The only reason why that young man got caught is that he actually went back, he backtracked to take his ballot back. So, you know what I'm saying? They probably did ask him questions as the reason why he want to, take his ballot back and things like that, well, his vote back and stuff like that. And then he probably told their ass, like, listen, look, I'm not a, American citizen. I'm probably this exchange student or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not an American citizen and I shouldn't have voted or whatever. It was probably something to that degree in order for them to be alarmed to the fact that he voted illegally.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Because he called them, he got in touch with them to try to get his, ballot back or, retract his vote. So, I mean, what are we doing? So if he had to, if he called them, like, it's no way for them to really know how many non-citizens are actually voting.
And the fines for voting as a non-citizen could include jail time, fines, and even deportation. The Attorney General also announced that they're launching their own independent investigation. In Ann Arbor, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News, Detroit.
And I get it. And yes, an investigation needs to be had in this type of situation because this is very serious. We do not need people that are not American citizens, legally, voting in our elections, regardless of whether it's federal, state, whatever. And these are the issues here, when we have these individuals that come over here and stuff like that. And this is crazy right here. The only reason why this young man got caught is because he called these people or got in touch and was like, listen, look, I made a mistake or whatever was said. And he tried to, retract his vote. And of course, the alarms will sound after they probably got information from him about who he was, what was going on, reason why he wanted to take his vote back and stuff. So yeah, man, it's crazy out here.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
This is wild. This is wild, man. And we got to look out for these things. They're burning ballot boxes. We got illegal people out here trying to vote and shit. Yeah. But, hey, it is what it is. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.